She more of like, she my homie at the same time. She my love, she my friend. Like, it's like I could tell her anything, she gonna correct me.
You have to have trust in somebody.
For sure, we locked into that point. Like,
why you made me look good like that though?
Nah, you made me look good.
Nah, you made me look good. What you talking about? Fine ass. You go wrong, baby. Yes, sir. Wait right now.
Hey,
I'm on your way right now. Fine ass.
He was a devoted father who went on a Christmas getaway that was supposed to bring peace. But that peace was shattered with a roadside discovery that left a family with more questions than answers. By December 31st, 2025, this man named Tyrone Davis Jr. was dead. His girlfriend's story kept changing, and not a single police report has ever been released. If you scrolled Instagram or TikTok in South Florida any time between 2023 and 2025, you probably saw him. Stepdaddy Dro, sometimes Dro Dat Nick, sometimes Young Dro. But his real name? Tyrone Davis Jr. He was in his late 20s, maybe early 30s. Lived in Margate, a quiet city in Broward County, just outside Miami. The kind of place where people know their neighbors, where block parties still happen, where life moves a little slower than the rest of South Florida. And Tyrone? He was the guy everyone liked. Tens of thousands of followers, comedy skits, relationship advice, motivational posts that hit different at 2 a.m. when you're questioning everything. He wasn't trying to be an influencer in the flashy sense. He wasn't flexing cars or chains. He was just real, warm, the kind of person who'd reply to your DM when you were going through it. People called him a devoted dad, a loving partner, the type of man who'd post his girlfriend with captions like, "This is my queen, and I'm never letting go." He has earlier met a young lady named also. Her name online? Lulu. Sometimes that damn Lulu. She showed up in his videos all the time, laughing, dancing, looking happy. From the outside, they looked solid. And Tyrone? He looked like he had it together. But here's the thing about social media. It only shows you what someone wants you to see. But what happened during Christmas 2025 shattered that image completely. Tyrone had been talking about this trip for weeks. A cabin getaway. Somewhere in Central Florida, away from the noise, away from the city. Just him and Lulu, celebrating Christmas together. He posted about it in late December. Said he was excited. Said he needed the break. His last posts were full of Christmas lights, smiling selfies. The kind of content that makes you think, yeah, that guy's living right. And then silence. By December 31st, his family was posting tributes. By New Year's Day, the hashtag Justice for Tyrone Davis was trending in South Florida. And by the time people started asking questions, the story had already fractured into a dozen different versions. None of them were good. So what happened on that trip? Why did a man who seemed so full of life end up dead on the side of the road just days after Christmas? And why hasn't a single news outlet covered it? Let's go back to the beginning. Before we fully go into these stories, I need to welcome you all back to Cold Twist's True Crime Stories. Hit subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell icon for more stories. Christmas Eve 2025. Tyrone and Lulu pack up and head out. The plan was simple. A few days in a cabin, maybe some hiking, definitely some quiet time, a chance to reset before the new year. Friends say he seemed happy, relaxed, looking forward to it. His aunt later said he called her before leaving, told her he loved her, said he'd see her when he got back. That was the last normal conversation anyone had with him, because what happened next is where the story gets murky. And I mean really murky. There's no police report, no official timeline, no press release from Broward County Sheriff's Office or Margate PD. What we have instead are fragments, social media posts, family members going live on Instagram, crying, demanding answers, followers piecing together rumors like a true crime jigsaw puzzle with half the pieces missing. Here's what people are saying. Sometime between December 26th and 29th, Tyrone and Lulu got into an argument. Maybe it started in the cabin? Maybe it started on the drive back. But according to multiple unverified accounts circulating online, things escalated fast. Some say she hit him, others say she threw something at him. A bottle, a wine bottle specifically. One version claims she struck him in the head while he was driving. Another version? She pushed him out of a moving car. And then there's this one, maybe the most haunting. Tyrone was found lying on the side of the road, unconscious, with severe blunt force trauma to the head. Some say it was near Gainesville. Some say it was under an overpass. Some say a couple driving by stumbled on him and called 911. But here's the problem. None of this is confirmed. Not by police, not by paramedics, not by any credible news source. It's all whispers. Screenshots. Instagram live rants. TikTok theories. And yet the one thing everyone agrees on? Tyrone Davis Jr. suffered catastrophic head injuries. And by the time help arrived, it was too late. Now, I want to be really careful here, because when you're dealing with a case like this, where there's no official information, it's easy to fill in the blanks with assumptions. It's easy to point fingers. And online, that's exactly what happened. Lulu became the target. People flooded her accounts, accused her, cursed her out. Some even posted her address. But here's the thing. She hasn't been charged. She hasn't been arrested. She hasn't even been publicly named as a suspect by law enforcement. And legally, that matters. Because without a police report, without charges, without anything official, all we have is speculation. Dangerous speculation. But I get it. When someone dies under mysterious circumstances, and the person they were with won't talk, people want answers. Tyrone's family wanted answers. His followers wanted answers. And when nobody gave them any, they started creating their own. By December 30th, the tributes started rolling in. Rest in peace, Dro. Gone too soon. Justice for Tyrone. His aunt went live, tears streaming down her face, saying the girlfriend's story kept changing. She didn't go into details. She didn't have to. The implication was clear. Something wasn't adding up. And the longer the silence from authorities stretched on, the louder the online mob became. But here's where it gets even stranger. You would think that if a popular social media figure died under suspicious circumstances, it would make the news, right? Local outlets would pick it up. Maybe the Miami Herald, the Sun Sentinel, hell, even a crime blogger. But as of early 2026, nothing. Not a single article. Not a single police statement. Not even a mention in a Broward County incident log. It's like Tyrone Davis Jr. just vanished from the official record. And that's weird, because Florida is a public record state. Police reports are accessible, autopsies are public, arrest records are posted online within hours. So where's the paper trail? I searched. I looked through Margate PD's public logs, Broward Sheriff's Office, Gainesville PD, since that's where people say he was found. Nothing. The only thing found in Gainesville around that time was a WCJB news report from December 5th, 2025. It was about skeletal remains found near SW Archer Road. But that wasn't Tyrone. That was a 60-year-old man named Sean Way, who'd been missing for months. The police determined there was no foul play. So that case, completely unrelated. But it proves something important. Gainesville police do report on human remains cases. They do put out press releases. They do talk to the media. So why not for Tyrone? Maybe the investigation is ongoing. Maybe they're building a case quietly and they don't want to tip anyone off. That happens. Or maybe, and this is the darker possibility, maybe they don't have enough evidence to move forward. Maybe the circumstances were ambiguous enough that they can't definitively say it was a homicide. Maybe it was ruled accidental. Or maybe it's still listed as undetermined. Without an official cause of death, we just don't know. And that silence? It's deafening. Because Tyrone's family is left in limbo. His followers are left guessing. And Lulu? Wherever she is, whatever she knows, she's not talking either. At least not publicly.
Hey, if there's a question of my love, you got it. Baby, don't worry, I got plans for you. Yeah, baby, I've been making plans.
Now, I want to address something, because I know what you're thinking. If there's no evidence, why are we even talking about this? And that's a fair question. But here's the thing. Just because something isn't in the official record doesn't mean it didn't happen. It just means the system hasn't caught up yet. Or maybe it never will. And when that happens, when a case falls through the cracks, The only people left to tell the story are the ones who loved the victim. Tyrone's aunt, his siblings, his kids. They deserve to have his story told, even if it's incomplete, even if it's frustrating, even if all we can do is lay out the facts and say, this doesn't make sense. Because maybe, just maybe, someone out there knows something, and maybe this video reaches them. So let's talk about what happens when a case like this goes cold before it even gets warm. In the absence of official information, people do what people do. They speculate, they theorize, they create timelines and spreadsheets and YouTube videos with ominous music and red string connecting photos like they're cracking the Zodiac killer case. And in Tyrone's case, that's exactly what happened. Accounts like Treacherous Crimes started posting videos breaking down the alleged details. Facebook groups formed, Reddit threads exploded. People who'd never met Tyrone suddenly felt like they knew him, and they wanted justice. But internet investigations are a double-edged sword. On one hand, they keep cases alive, they generate attention. Sometimes they even lead to breakthroughs. Remember Gabby Petito? That case was blown wide open because of social media. On the other hand, they can destroy lives. Because when you don't have all the facts, when you're working off rumors and screenshots, it's easy to accuse the wrong person. And in this case, all the heat fell on Lulu. People dug up old posts, analyzed her captions, looked for signs of trouble in their relationship. Some claimed they'd always thought something was off. Others said Tyrone seemed scared in his last few videos. But hindsight is a hell of a drug. When you know how a story ends, you start seeing red flags everywhere, even when they might not have been there. Here's what we don't know. We don't know if Lulu was even with him when he was injured. We don't know if there was a fight. We don't know if he was pushed, hit, or if something else entirely happened. We don't know if she called 911 or if someone else found him. We don't know if she's been interviewed by police. We don't know if she's a suspect, a witness, or just a grieving girlfriend who lost someone she loved. And until law enforcement says otherwise, we have to be careful. Because the internet doesn't do nuance. The internet doesn't wait for due process. The internet sees smoke and assumes fire. And sometimes that fire burns innocent people. But let's be real. The silence from her side isn't helping. If you were in her position and people were accusing you of something you didn't do, wouldn't you speak up? Wouldn't you release a statement? Do an interview? Say something? Maybe she's been advised by a lawyer not to talk. That's common. Or maybe she's just traumatized. Maybe she can't talk about it yet. Or maybe, and I hate even typing this, maybe she knows more than she's saying. We don't know. And that's the most frustrating part.
I love you, babe.
I love you more, baby.
For sure that. You know that, Dro that. I love dating that with my wife, I swear. My best motherfucking friend in the whole wide world.
In the whole wide world.
Whole wide world. I'm
This I know. It's okay.
Sorry, baby.
You said something.
You know that?
I do.
For sure that, Dro that. I'm doing my job.
You're behind.
Sorry, shit. What you feel like eating?
I don't know.
You want some ice cream? They got an ice cream place right here, babe.
Let's see what time that closes. I want to see food.
Okay, excuse me. What time you guys close? 10? Alright, let's close at 10.
I'm sorry, one more question.
More than motivation with Dro, so this is what it is. I ain't gonna lie. If you got a woman out there that's motivating you and, you know, stand on your ass and like, it be seeming like she harsh about certain things, like she like silly, like she putting down on you, I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you right now, that's a woman that care about you, man. A lot of women that sit around here and just let you like straight up crash out, man. Like how you be having no sense of direction and they ain't got no sense of direction or none of that. They just take it from you and just, you know, take it what you got and just leave it. But if a woman really like own you and motivate you and encouraging you, even if the conversations get uncomfortable, even if the conversations like shit you don't want to hear, hey, take that woman advice, man. That woman care about you, bro. She care about you on a whole nother level that you can't even understand. Right now it may not make sense, but later on, if you listen to what she's saying right now, later on it's gonna make sense to you. She's trying to help you grow. She sees something in you that you ain't realizing or recognizing. Take that woman advice, man, and don't take it so much to heart. Just realize everybody love different. Everybody show how they care different. If a motherfucker telling me where I'm wrong at or where I'm fucking up at or how I can grow, I want you around me, man. You ain't finna sit there and just let me crash out. Appreciate them women, man. Appreciate them type of women, man. Cause she can sit back and not say nothing and just do her, or find somebody, you know, that got it all together. But if she's sticking there and helping you try to get it together so y'all can be straight as one and you as an individual, appreciate that.
While the internet raged, Tyrone's family grieved. His aunt, in particular, became a voice for the family. She went live on Instagram multiple times, crying, pleading for answers. She said the story kept changing. She said something wasn't right. She said her nephew deserved better than this. And she was right, because no matter what happened, no matter who's responsible, Tyrone didn't deserve to die on the side of the road like that. He was a father, a son, a brother, a man who made people laugh, who lifted people up, who used his platform, however big or small, to spread positivity. And now, his kids are growing up without him. His family is left with questions that may never be answered. And his followers are left scrolling through old posts, wondering how someone so full of life could be gone so suddenly. There's something uniquely cruel about cases like this, because when someone dies and there's no closure, no justice, no explanation, the pain doesn't just sit in one place. It spreads. It infects everything. Tyrone's family can't move on because they don't know what they're moving on from. Was it an accident? Was it a crime? Was it preventable? Those questions will haunt them forever. And the worst part? The system that's supposed to provide answers has gone silent. No press conference. No detective assigned to the case publicly. No updates. Just nothing. And in that void, conspiracy theories grow. Distrust festers, and a family is left to fend for themselves. I don't know if we'll ever get the full story. I don't know if charges will ever be filed. I don't know if Tyrone's family will ever get the closure they deserve. But I do know this. His story matters. His life mattered. And the questions surrounding his death deserve to be asked. Out loud, again and again, until someone, somewhere, gives an answer. So let's lay it all out. What do we know for sure? Tyrone Davis Jr., a social media personality from Margate, Florida, went on a Christmas trip with his girlfriend in late December 2025. Sometime between December 26th and 29th, he was found with severe head injuries. He was declared dead by December 31st, 2025. His family says the girlfriend's story kept changing. No one has been charged, no official report has been released, and the case, as far as the public is concerned, doesn't exist. Now, what don't we know? Pretty much everything else. We don't know the exact cause of death. We don't know where he was found. We don't know who found him. We don't know if foul play was involved. We don't know if his girlfriend has been cleared, questioned, or is even considered a person of interest. We don't know if this is still an active investigation, and we don't know if it ever will be. That's a lot of unknowns. And in true crime, unknowns are the hardest thing to sit with, because our brains crave resolution. We want the bad guy caught. We want the victim's story honored. We want justice. But sometimes the system fails. Sometimes cases slip through the cracks, and sometimes the only justice a victim gets is people refusing to forget their name. Tyrone Davis Jr. Stepdaddy Dro, a man who made people smile, who loved his kids, who tried to spread light in a world that can be pretty dark. He deserved better. His family deserves better. And until someone steps up and provides answers, this case will remain what it is, a tragedy wrapped in silence. To Tyrone's family, especially his children, his siblings, his aunt, and everyone who loved him, we're sorry. We're sorry this happened. We're sorry the system hasn't given you answers. And we're sorry that the world moved on so quickly while you're still standing in the wreckage. You deserved better. He deserved better. If you made it to the end of this video, I need you to understand something. Stories like Tyrone's don't get solved by detectives alone. They get solved when people pay attention. When they share, when they ask questions, when they refuse to let a case die in silence. So here's what I'm asking you to do. If this story shook you, if it made you think twice about the people in your life, the red flags you might be ignoring, or the fragility of it all, hit that subscribe button. Not because I need it, but because cases like this need a voice. And the next time a story like Tyrone's breaks, you'll be here. Informed, ready to ask the right questions, ready to demand accountability. Because one day, the story we cover might hit closer to home than you think. And when it does, you'll wish you'd been paying attention all along. Thanks for watching to the end. I'll see you in the next true crime story. Stay safe out there.